Good evening, guys. I hope I'm audible. So, I welcome you all to the Salesforce Marketing Cloud demo. Today is the day 3 of our demo. We have discussed about the email studio. We have discussed the data modeling in the email studio, how we can manage the audience, right, using the two types of data models that we can create in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. We already discussed that. We have discussed the features of list-based data model and contact-based data model. Yesterday, what we did, we created various data extensions, right? Let me show you those data extension. We have email studio. I will launch the email studio. We have the tab. In the tab, we have data extension tab, right? In the subscribers tab, I jump to the data extension tab, and I have created one folder for your batch. Let me just navigate to that. So we have here, if you can see, uh, SFMC demo something. Means am not getting that folder. Yeah. So this is the folder that we have created. SFMC demo. Okay. In this particular folder, we have 4 data extensions, right? One is the customer data extension, then we have order data extension, then we have product data extension, then we have brand data extension. Let me show you the rough data model that I have decided, right? So this is the rough data model. It consists of the customer data extension, order data extension, product data extension, and brand data extension. If you can see, the customer data extension is the sendable data extension. Sendable data extension means it has the sending information. It has the email and phone number. Without email and phone number, we cannot perform the send. So we means whenever we hold the send information, that type of data extension, we make sendable. Okay. Then after that, the other 3 data extension, that is order data extension, product data extension, and brand data extension, are nothing but the non-sendable data extension. What is meant by non-sendable? Non-sendable means the particular data extensions, right? Order, product, and brand, right, are not having any kind of the sending information. Order data extension holds the order information, which is supporting information to the customer data extension. Product data extension also hold the supporting information to the customer data extension or order data extension, and brand data extension also holds the brand information. So all the 3 data extensions, order, product, and brand data extension, right, are supporting data extension. Means if we do not have access to, let's say, order data extension, product data extension, and brand data extension, can we still send email to the customers? Of course, yes, because the primary thing that we need to send any kind of email is the email attribute. Okay. And with the help of this email attribute, we can perform send to the customer. Okay. But if we just have information about order, can we send the email? No. If we just have information about product, can we send the email to customer? No. If we just have information about the brand, can we send? No, right? So these are the non-sendable ones, right? We created these data extensions, right? Product, order, customer, right, brand. And after that, yesterday we decided to create the attribute grouping as well, right? From where we can create the attribute group. Let me just duplicate this tab, right, for better understanding. So I will duplicate the tab. After that, I will just go to the audience builder, contact builder, right? And I will show you the attribute group that we created yesterday, right? So now let the attribute groups load, right? So in the contact builder, we have data designer tabs, right? I wanted to navigate to that tab. Let the content builder load properly, right? As our Salesforce Marketing Cloud is a cloud-based tool, so we have to access it through the internet. So we need a solid internet, right, to access Marketing Cloud. Okay. We have built this attribute group, right? Second June attribute group. Let me open that attribute group, right? Now in the second June attribute group, let it load, right? I will get the brief screen about my attribute group. let it open properly. Okay, fine. Now after this, right, if you can see, we have contact key. Contact key means we relate the contact key with customer ID, right? We form the one-to-one relationship. If you can see there, right, one contact record is relevant to one record of customer data extension. Then we have, let's say, one-to-many relationship in between customer data extension and order data extension. Then we have many-to-one relationship between order data extension and product data extension. Then we establish the brand and relationship in between brand data extension and the product data extension. This is called as attribute group, right? Actually, we create the attribute group, right? These attributes are connected, right, using or grouped, right? And then we ultimately form one relationship with the contact key. So that's why we call it as contact based data model, right? Literal meaning of the contact based data model is we are actually creating a relationship with the contact key. Okay, right? So this is the contact based data model. Now we have to import the data to these data extensions. Okay, now I have created the dummy data. If you can see, these are the CSV files I have created, right? Let me just open the customer file first of all, right? Customer file has the information. I hope my screen is visible, right? Sheet, you are able to see the sheet. Customer data extension dot CSV file has customer IDs, then first name, last name, city, email addresses, and phone. I wanted to import them, right? Where I need to import, right? I will show you how we can import the data. Generally, we can import the data through two sources. One is our local machine or our laptop, or second is FTP. FTP means file transfer protocol. So we will import the bulk data which we have in the customer data extension CSV file, right, into the data extension. How we can import it? There is one button, right, called import on the data extension records page, records tab. I will just click on import, right? Whenever I click on import, right, I have the location. I have to give the file location. Where is my file? My file is present on my computer or FTP. If you don't know FTP, there is a file transfer protocol, right? So with the help of that protocol also, we can get file from different server, right? So here what we will do, we will upload it, right? We will upload it directly from my computer, right? Then I'll click on browse, right? I will just simply get the file, right? My file name is customer data extension.csv. I have selected the file, right? Perfect, right? After that, right? Then I have a delimiter. This file is CSV. CSV stands for comma separated value. So that's why I have selected here comma as a delimiter. Okay. You can directly Google delimiter for the CSV, delimiter for the TSV, right? Means if we have TSV file tab separated values, then I will select here TSV tab. Okay, fine. Right now we have CSV, so we will select here comma. Then we have import option. We have various import option. The first import option is add and update. Means it will add the records to the data extension from the file, and if there is a record which are already present, right, and if our file also contains them, then we can update that record from the same file. Then we have add only. It will only add the record. Update only. It will update the record only. Override means it will delete all the record, and then we will again add new. Means it will first clear all the records, right, and then we will upload the new record. Okay, fine. So I will choose add and update, right? Now import options are skip first row in the import file with the bad data, right? If we have the bad data, then it will get skipped, right? Then we have the double quotes as a text delimiter. Just do not edit anything from these two settings, right? I'll click on next. After clicking on next, we have to do the mapping. Now observe, right? Now observe, guys. Here, right? Let me open the file. right? This is my CSV file, not this code. Let me open the file again. Let me close it, right? Observe, right? I have to import this particular CSV file, customer D CSV, right? If you can see, right, this particular CSV file has the header, customer ID, first name, last name, city, email, phone, and we have one data extension, right? These are the headers. On the left hand side, I have the headers of my CSV file, and on the right hand side, I have the data extension columns. I wanted to link them. I wanted to map them properly. I will click on map manually. I will map customer ID from CSV file to the customer ID from my data extension. First name column from CSV file with the first name attribute from my data extension. Last name column from CSV file to the last name attribute from my data extension, city from my CSV file to city, and so on. Means I have simply mapped all the field from CSV file to other columns in the data extension. I'll click on next. Okay. After that, I wanted to set up the notification. Means whenever my operation got successful, then I wanted to get the email notification about my operation status, right? On my email, right? Means if that particular file upload is successful or having the any error, then I will get the notification on gradexacademy@gmail.com. I'll click on import, right? Just do not directly close it. Let this process complete. Import is successfully started, right? Now you can close it, right? You will be notified by the email when import process completes. You may close this window now. I'll click on close, right? Let's check for the email, right, about our task. Let me just open the email. Okay. So let's wait for few minutes, right? I still not got the email. I need to refresh. It will take nearly 2 or 3 minutes, right? To depending on the data, right? So I can do one thing, right? I can refresh. I can refresh and see the results here as well. Okay. If you can see, I got new email, right? So import option, right? If you can see, 50 records are imported properly, right? In our data extension, right? Let me show you, right? My customer data extension Amazon 2nd June, right, has 15 records, right? Let me open those records, right? And let me show you. Data means we have the data, right, in the file. That data is now present in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Okay. Now the question is, right, how much data we can import at single time, right? It is not, means there is no limitation about the data or the number of rows, as data extension supports unlimited rows. Okay, right? Similarly, we can import the data into order data extension, product data extension, and brand data extension as well, right? Let me open the order data extension. The order data extension the order data extension has order ID, product ID, amount, quantity, and customer ID. Let me check my file. I have the data. Now always remember, these files will always be given by the client, right? Right now we don't have client, so that's why I already created these files, right? So I have the order ID, amount, right? Then quantity, discount, etc., etc. So do I have the discount field? Discount field is not there, but still, right, we'll check. Okay, we will skip that. So I'll just import the orders data, which I have in the particular file, right, to the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. I'll click on import. I'll navigate to the file. I'll browse the file because I have data present on my local machine. So I upload that particular file on Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Now all the settings will be same. Delimiter, comma, right? Import type, add an update. I'll click on next. After that, I will map the field. Order ID means I'll click on map manually. Order ID to order ID, products to product ID, amount to amount, quantity to quantity, customer ID to customer ID. I'll click on next. I will get my notification about the operation on the gradexacademy@gmail.com. Okay, I'll click on import. Do not just click on close directly. If you means you need to get this particular pop-up, right? Import operation successfully started. If you directly click on close, right, the operation will not get started, right? After the operation will get started, then on only we will get this pop-up. Okay, so do not be in hurry to click on this close button. Okay, fine. Let me check for the new email, right? So if you can see 20 inserts are done, right? 20 inserts are done in the order from the order data extension .csv. Okay, now let me check. Let me check. So I'll do one thing. I'll go back to the folder. If you can see, the 20 records are imported in the order data extension. I'll go to records, right? You can see the records. All the 20 records are imported properly. Okay. Now, similarly, we can import the product and brand data extension, right? So I will just simply quickly import product data as well as brand data. I'll click on import. I'll navigate and just select the file product data extension CSV. I'll click on next. I'll map the fields. Next step is mapping product ID to product ID, product name to product name, color to color, size to size, brand ID to brand ID. Okay, right, perfect. I'll click on next. I need the notification on gradexacademy@gmail.com. Perfect. Input started successfully. I'll click on close directly, right? And I will directly upload the brand data into brand data extension. So I'll go to records. I'll click on import, browse. We have brand data extension.csv. I'll open, click on next. Okay. After clicking on next, right, we have to map the fields. Mapping is already there, right? So I'll click on next. gradexacademy@gmail.com. I'll click on import. Okay, fine, done. Now let me check whether I get all the emails or not, right? So this email is about product data extension. If you can see, 10 records about product are imported properly. What about brand data extension? I have to receive the email, right? Means brand data extension is not imported. Let's check. So I'll go to SFMC, right? If you can see, brand data extension has 5 records, product data extension has 10 records, order data extension has 20 records, and customer data extension has 15 records, right? So this is how we can import the data, right? This is not the single way to import the data. There are tools like Automation Studio, right? With the help of those tools also we can import the data. It is not mandatory that always we click on the import and upload the file, right? There is an automation as well that we can set up, right, to get data from the external sources. Okay. Now these are the data extension and this is the contact based data model. Now coming to the main topic, right? So of the today's class, we have built the contact based data model, right? Let me write down. We have built contact based data model. What is contact based data model? Contact based data model can be a complex data management model formed by data extensions and the relationships. Okay, right. Contact based data model are formed by using data extension. What do you mean by data extension? Data extension allows us to create the custom table in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Okay. Now, custom data table actually, not the table, custom data table in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Okay. Now, data extension can be divided into three categories. Three categories means whenever we create the data extension, I wanted to create new data extension. So whenever I click on create, I have to choose among standard, filtered, and random data extension. These are the three types of data extension that we can create. Okay. Data extensions are divided into three types. First is standard data extension. Second is we have random data extension. Then we have filtered data extension. Okay. Standard data extension further subdivided into two categories. Sendable data extension and non-sendable data extension. Non-sendable data extension. Okay, these are the two categories of the data extension, standard data extension. We have discussed this, right? Sendable, non-sendable, right? Now, today we are going to discuss about filtered data extension and the random data extension. What is the purpose of filtered data extension and random data extension? Always remember, guys, filtered data extension and random data extension are used for the segmentation of the audience, segmentation of the audience. Okay, we can do using filtered data extension and the random data extension. Filtered data extension can be segment audience using the criteria, right? Or we need to define the filter criteria to segment the audience conditionally. Okay, and random data extension will split the big data into multiple data extensions. It is used to split the big data into multiple data extensions. Let's understand first filtered data extension. Then we will understand about the random data extension. Okay. Now observe, right? Imagine, guys, we have one requirement. Let me just duplicate this tab, right? Imagine we have customer data extension Amazon. This is my data extension, right? It contains all the customers. Imagine we have 1.5 lakhs customer, right? And out of this 1.5 lakhs customer, I wanted to filter out all the customers who belongs to city called Pune. My requirement is really simple, right? We have the big data. I wanted to filter that data, right? So how we can filter it? Let's say there is a campaign requirement. We are working for the Godrej Properties, and Godrej Properties planned a big event of their launch, right? Of their premium bungalow launch, right? So what they will do, right? They will not send email to all the customer. They will send the email to the customers who belongs to Pune, right? Obviously, right? That's how they can get the more result, more visitors to the event, right? So we have the requirement. We have a lot of data, a big data. Out of that big data, I wanted to filter the data with specific criteria, right? How we can do that using the filtered data extension, right? Let me show you how we can do that, right? So I'll do one thing. I will navigate to the folder, right? So we have the folder called SFMC demo, right? In the SFMC demo only, I will click on create, right? I will click on filter data extension. What is filter data extension? A filter data extension is generated by filtering the fields major filter for the sendable data extension from the source data extension, right? What will be our source? Source means from where we are getting the customers. Actually, we have a big data about customer in the customer data extension Amazon 2nd June, right? This is our core data extension. Okay, it contains all the customer. And what is our requirement? Our requirement is to create new data extension, which only has the customers who belongs to Pune. How we can find out the customers who belongs to Pune? The customers who has city equal to Pune, that this is the criteria for the people who are belong to Pune. Okay, so what we will do, we will just select the filtered data extension, right? We will create new data extension. Now this time we are selecting the filtered data extension. I'll click on OK, right? Now we have to specify the source. Always remember, like the standard data extension, whenever we create the standard data extension allows us to create the data extension from the scratch, right? Now in this case, we are going to navigate to the source, means without having source, we cannot create any kind of filtered data extension. So our source is present in the data extension folder, Shubham SFMC demo. We have customer data extension Amazon 2nd June. So in the data extension, we have the folder called Shubham. In the Shubham, we have, let's say, SFMC demo. In the SFMC demo, we have customer data extension Amazon 2nd June. I'll click on OK. Fine. Now these are the fields. These are the fields we have in customer data extension Amazon 2nd June. I'll do one thing. I will just drag and drop the city, because with the help of city field, I wanted to find out the customers really belong to Pune or not, right? So I just drag and drop the filter city equal to Pune, right? And I will just simply write down, right, city equal to Pune. We have various measures here. If you can see, equal to, not equal to, exist in whole word, right? Then does not exist in, begins with, ends with, contains, right? Then we have does not contains, is empty, is not empty. We have, let's say, number related data as well. For example, for the number field, we have greater than, less than as well, right? This is the phone field, right? So that's why it is not showing. But for the number type of field, we have different measures. Okay, our requirement is simple, so that's why we keep the filter city equal to Pune, and just save filter as, right? Means if we wanted to just simply save the filter for the future use, I can save as, right? It will get saved in the filters, data filters folder. Okay, so I will just save it, demo filter Pune, right? If you do not want it to save, or if you do not want it to use the filter, right? Again, then you have the option not to save the filter as well. Okay, I have saved the filter. I'll click on save and build. After clicking on save and build, now I wanted to give the name to my new data extension. Actually, what will happen, right? Means this is my source data extension. Source data extension means my data is coming from this data extension, right? And according to my requirement, I wanted to create new data extension. New data extension will be my target data extension. This is my source data extension. Okay, now I need to give the name to the target data extension. So I'll give name as customer Pune 3rd June data extension. Okay, and I will do one thing, right? I will save the data extension in the same folder, SFMC demo. I'll click on save. Perfect. It is processing. After few minutes, right, it will give me the filtered data. Right now, if you can see here, right, it is processing. Processing means it is filtering the data. Okay. So let's wait for a minute, right? Then we will get all the data all the contacts who belongs to Pune. Let me just check. Okay, fine. If you can see, we have 4 records, right? 4 records. All the 4 records are belong to Pune. Okay, means from the source data extension, we filtered out the data, right? Which is fulfilling the fulfilling the criteria, means we have the filter criteria. If you can see, this is the filtered data extension and it has the filtered criteria. And if you observe the filtered data extension properly, there is no import button, right? Why? Because the data will only come from the different data extension, from the source data extension. We cannot import the data into the filtered data extension. Filtered data extension has the source, right? Source is, if you can see, this is the source, right? And this is the criteria that we specify, right? For the data in the filtered data extension. Am I clear? Now, let's do one thing. Let's understand the random data extension. Filtered data extension have the filter criteria. We ultimately get the data from the source data extension. Whichever data fulfills the filter criteria, that will be part of the filtered data extension that we created. Okay. Now we have to understand the random data extension. What is random data extension? Random data extension splits the big data into multiple data extension. Now observe, right? Imagine, right, we have, let's say, 15,000 customer. I wanted to split those 15,000 customer into three parts, right? Three multiple data extension. We have the big data extension, and out of that big data extension, we have to filter the data extension, right? Into multiple data extension. We have to split the records, 15 records into three different data extension. So there we will create the filter data extension. Filter data extension allows us to randomly split the data, right? Now I'll select the random data extension. I'll click on OK. From the data extension, I'm selecting the source. Source means from where we are getting the data. We are getting the data from the folder called Shubham, right? In the Shubham folder, we have the SFMC demo folder. In the SFMC demo folder, we have, let's say, customer data extension Amazon 2nd June. I'll click on OK. Now observe, this customer data extension Amazon 2nd June has 15 subscribers. What is my requirement? My requirement to split this 15 subscriber randomly into three new data extensions. So I'll just simply add split, right? Add data extension, add data extension, add data extension. Now my requirement is I wanted to divide these 15 records into 25% in the first data extension, 25% in the second data extension, and remaining means 50% in the third data extension. Okay, means we will get the 4 records out of 15 records in the one data extension, 4 records out of 15 records in the second data extension, and 7 records from the 15 records in the third data extension. Actually, what is happening here, guys? Randomly, the data is getting divided. There is no specified criteria to divide the data. We have the big data. It is means sometimes what happens, right? The campaign requirement might be to divide the data, right, into the crunches. There we will create the random data extension. I'll click on save and build. After clicking on save and build, automatically it will create the data into the SFMC demo folder. Let the operation execute properly. I'll click on OK. Right, after a few minutes, right, we will get the data extensions created here. Okay, what we have to do, we have to just wait for the moment. So I'll do one thing, right? I'll go to Shubham folder. Just hold. In the Shubham folder, I have SFMC demo, right? And if you can see, we have segment 1, segment 0, segment 2, 4 records, 7 records. Automatically, all the records in segment 1, segment 2, and segment 0, right, splits the 15 records, right? If you count the 4 plus 4, 8 plus 7, 15, right? These 15 records are randomly divided into 3 different data extension. It is called as random data extension. Am I clear? Right. So these are the data extension types. So we have, let's say we have To conclude, right, we have contact-based data model. Contact-based data model have the complex data, means can fulfill the complex data management requirement. We can build the contact-based data model using various data extension. It supports the data extension, sendable as well as non-sendable. We can form the data. We can just import the data, right, from any external sources. We can also create the attribute groups. We can create the various relationship between multiple data extensions, right, and form the contact based data model. After that, the data extension allows us to create the custom data table in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud depending on the requirement. There are three types: standard, random, and filtered. Okay, standard has two subtypes: sendable, non-sendable, right? Filtered and random data extension is only used for the segmentation. Segmentation means where we segment the data, right? Where we divide the data, right? Filtered data extension has the filter criteria. Whatever data fulfills the filter criteria, that data we can hold into filter data extension, right? It is mostly used for the filtering big data with certain criteria. Okay. Then random data extension. If we have the big data extension which holds the huge number of records, if we wanted to break that data extension randomly into multiple crunches, multiple data extension, that we can do using the random data extension. So these are the data extensions and the contact-based data model. Am I clear? So these are the nearly, means I have covered nearly the data modeling chapter in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud in the demo. Now, if you have the doubts, you can ask. This is where we are stopping our demo. So any doubt, guys? You can ask me doubt. Yeah, yes.
In random data extension, we are splitting as a percentage wise. Do we have any other option like zone wise, like country wise, like the in the
No,
random data extension? Only we can choose as a percentage only.
yes. So random data extension will randomly split the data. It has two types. First is percentage wise and count wise. Consider we have, let's say, 15,000 records, right? And those 15,000 records we have to divide like 10,050 records in one particular data extension and remaining in different data extension. That we can do, means count wise as well as the percentage wise. And if we wanted to filter with any other different criteria, then we have to create various filtered data extension.
Okay, got it.
Yes, directly ask question, Marshall.
Actually, I want to know about the how we can import the data from FTP.
We have to create the FTP client, right? So actually, we have to, if you know about the FTP means file transfer protocol. So how it happens? Let me show you theoretically, right? So this is the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, okay? And consider this is the Bajaj FinServ, right? A client. It is our client server, okay? And it is the SFMC, right? Forget about 5 minutes that this is a client server. Consider this is our laptop. Salesforce Marketing Cloud is cloud-based tool, right? We can get the data from laptop to the Salesforce Marketing Cloud by selecting the data. Similarly, right, we can connect the client server, right, FTP, using the FTP if we have the credentials about the FTP server, right? And directly, right, we can pick the file similarly that we have, right? Means we can directly select. It will open the file manager only, the server's file manager, right? And we have to just navigate to the file and that's it. Okay. So FTP is file transfer protocol, but it is server to server, right? Not the computer to server. Okay. what is the application of random data extension. So sometimes what happens, we usually test the campaigns. For example, consider we have, let's say, let's say 10 lakh sent to perform, right? But we are not sure which email will perform better, right? Or we have to test the campaign, right? So we create small random data extension. We test on that, depending on the results, depending on the tracking we get, right? We use we if we wanted to continue with the reminder data, right? Means different split, right? Then we can send to all. Otherwise, we can change the strategy. So this is how we can plan the big campaigns using random data extension. Okay, fine. Any other doubt? So guys, batch will start from Monday. If you find everything helpful, right? If you find SFMC is for you, right, and you are getting my teaching, then you can just connect to one of our executives, right, and means confirm it. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you so much for attending the sessions. Yeah,
Thank you, Shubham.
thank you.
If
See
possible,
you.
can you explain here for what is the batches have
Sorry,
the price?
sorry.
I mean, if possible, can you explain here like how many days and what is the process for batches?
Might be you join for the first class, right? So actually, this is the part of 3 days demonstration, right? Day zero, I explained
It
about
is
data.
this is okay, but like you said from Monday onwards, right? So
Okay,
what?
okay. So the batch will be on 8 a.m. in the morning, right? It will be Monday to Friday, every day, 1 hour training. And there might be possibility that this training 1 hour training can get extended to 1.5 hours. Okay, and it will be for nearly 2.5 months. I'll try to wrap everything in the 2.5 months, but you can just expect 15 days buffer. Means it will be around 2.5 months to 3 months. Okay, depending on the means batch and the doubts, right? Everything will be practical. Means I will teach you one concept and give you homework around that, right? Means for example, this particular data modeling, right? So consider we know how to create the data extension, how to make the attribute grouping, right? So what we can do, right? After finishing this concept, I will give you various data models to create, nearly 8 or 9 data models with respect to different industries like insurance, banking, then FMCG, right? Then aviation, right? Supply chain, etc., e-com, right? So this is how we are going to learn everything. It will be 100% practical oriented. I will teach you the concept. I will give you examples, right? One example I will show you, and means nearly 6 or 7 examples you need to do it by yourself, and we will be having the doubt clearing sessions around that. Okay. So this is how I'm going to cover everything. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Can we disclose here for pricing if possible, or individually only?
Yeah, I already told the pricing right in the first class, but I can tell you the pricing, right? So pricing will be, so if you know this Salesforce Marketing Cloud org is not free, right? It is means we will give you the access, right? Okay. So we divided the pricing into three various labs, right? If you need the 6 months org access, right? Then the pricing will be 55,000, right? It includes the end-to-end training and 6 months org access. If you need, let's say, 3 months org access, then it will be 45,000. Okay. And if you have your own org access, right? If you do not need the org access, right? Because many people are working in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, they have their own org access, then it will be 39,000. You can use your credit cards for the offers. We have the offers on the credit card, right? And if you wanted to pay in installment, that also you can discuss with the team. Okay, and this is for the IST time zone. This is for the IST time zone strictly, right? If you wanted to go with the EST time zone, then it will be different. Okay, fees.
Shubham, for the org access, individual will get individual access, right? Their own access, right?
No, I will share you username and password. There will be shared access.
Shared access. Okay.
Yeah. This org access open till training completion. After that, if needs access, fees will be added. Yeah. So this is means this is the org access, right? After this also, if you need the access, right, there will be fees, right, for that per month fees. But 6 months is enough, right, to get the job. Maximum means maximum access you required for the 6 months only. So that's why we keep it. Any doubt?
And you guys are providing some any certification process related courses also, anything like this email training or developer related?
So certification exam fees you need to pay, okay, because it is not free.
Yeah, that is, but guidance, anything.
But guidance we surely explain. Means we have the mock exams as well, right? That also you will get. Means because it is $200 plus GST in India. So it will be very difficult if you fail that, and reattempt also cost you nearly $100. So we suggest you to go ahead with the mock test, right? Just give that mock exam, and if you clear that, then only go for the real certification exam. And syllabus we are covering. We are covering the email specialist as well as developer, SFMC developer syllabus for the certification. Okay, fine. So that's it for today. I hope there are few valuable things I added to you, right? So if you have any doubt, right, you can just call or WhatsApp this number, right? Or if you wanted to talk to me, ask them, right? They will connect you guys with me. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for joining.